Yo, what's up guys, it's LilDan596 here, back again, and sorry if my voice sounds a little bit different. First of all, I got a brand new mic, so hopefully that improves my voice quality in my videos and such. Second of all, I'm fucking sick, dude, this sucks. Anyways, if you saw the last video, I counted down the top 6/7 of the best generations of Pokemon, and you know, kind of like a spoiler alert, I'm not going to say anything yet, but if you haven't watched that video, I'd probably go back and watch that video first, because this is huge spoiler territory for that video. What the fuck, dude, I couldn't say that at all. But anyways, spoiler alert, I think Generation 3 is the best Pokemon generation ever. And in this video, I'm about to explain it to my boys on why it's the best fucking Pokemon generation ever. So first of all, I think that they have some of the best starters. You'll also know that I wasn't a huge fan of Mudkip, but I still like his design. He's still cool and everything. Torchic, Combusken, Blaziken, they were fucking cool. And then Trico is my favorite grass starter. Sceptile, Grovyle. The whole fucking trio of these legendaries, or not legendaries, starter Pokemon are fucking awesome, dude. Very, very well and good designs. So after moving into the new town and getting settled in a little bit, you start your journey and you start to leave your town and go out into the tall grass, right? So typically in a Pokemon game, a professor will grab you and be like, hey, you can't go out there with that Pokemon, whatever. But you go out there and you notice that some guy is getting attacked by a Pokemon, and you need to help him out real quick. So he goes, hey, look in my bag over there, there's some Pokemon, or there's Pokeballs in my bag with Pokemon in them, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you choose your starter, whatever, you fight him, you kill that Pokemon, and he's like, hey, you can keep this. You know, I thought that intro scene was very, very well done, and personally, my favorite introduction scene to any Pokemon game. I loved how in this game, you actually had a father that you met. The father's actually a thing in this Pokemon game. Unlike all the other Pokemon games where we're all like, dude, where the fuck is the father, you know? Like, there's no father figures or anything. So it's like, it's kind of strange because it's just like, yo, when you're younger, did your dad just say he was gonna go out and buy some milk and never come back home? Like, what the fuck, you know? Nobody knows the fucking story behind that. So Generation 3 brought back the berry mechanic that was started in Generation 2, and they expanded on it tenfold. They added so many new berries. So before they had like 10 berries, if that, and now we have like fucking 50 berries. Like, what the hell? But Generation 3 added Generation 3 added 60 new berries. That is 35, my apologies, I just double checked that. They added 35 berries to the already pre-existing 10. So not only did they make new berries, but they started doing the like Pokeblock things and you know, mixing berries together, so they had more of a use other than, you know, like healing you from paralysis or curing your poison or whatever. They had more features in this generation. So kind of speaking of berries and Pokeblocks, that kind of leads into my next subject, which was Pokemon contests. So you'd feed your Pokemon Pokeblocks or whatever, and they would gain more stats for the Pokemon contest. So the Pokemon contests, again, were introduced in Generation 3. Like, it's pretty kind of self-explanatory. They're Pokemon contests. You competed for a few different categories such as coolness, beauty, strength, whatever, cool, blah, blah, blah. You competed for them, whatever. And it was a really neat addition. And I actually did a lot of Pokemon contests when I was younger. I played Pokemon contests all the time. It was really, really fun, and I enjoyed it. It was such a cool new feature to add. Also, they kind of, you know, fixed up the PC interface. They added in the new move option. They have colored backgrounds now. They give you like statistics, what items you're holding, and blah, 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 blah. But in the older games, you had to like go through the menus, and it was just long, annoying, and tedious. And this really just like helped, you know, speed up the process and make it a lot better. Generation 3 also introduced double battles. Now, I personally love double battles because it's like your Pokemon have synergy in there. It's how well they perform together, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they're still using Pokemon double battles in the competitive scene since Generation 3. You know, Generation 3 introduced this new feature, and they've been using it ever since. And I know a lot of people love the double battles. It's huge in the community. It's just such a nice introduction that they put into this generation. And then Generation 1 and 2, you can get bikes and stuff. But Generation 3, you got the options between 2 bikes that you can switch whenever you want. You got the cool ass BMX bike that you fucking... Alright, when you're fucking rolling around on the BMX bike, fly as fuck. He's like rolling around, popping wheelies, you know, doing little bunny hops. He can do a quick 180. He can jump across rails and shit. Like, that's cool as fuck. Why have they not done this in the next Pokemon games? Why is this not in Sun and Moon? Why is this not in fucking Pokemon X and Y? Why did they not bring it back in Generation 4 or Generation 5? It's only a Generation 3 thing where you get the 2 bikes and shit. And then in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, it looked so much more better with the enhanced graphics and everything. It was so much more cooler. And then there's also the speed bike, which you could fucking be Sonic speed and fucking zip around everywhere like my boy Sonic. But gosh damn, the 2 bikes were so much fun. I loved that feature. And please bring that back in Generation 8, whenever that is. So personally, this is like one of my number 1 favorite things about this generation is the hidden bases. Those things were so damn cool. I spent so much time in that when I was younger. I would make the coolest bases. I'd have plushies everywhere, this and that, you know, carpets, musical tiles, the little balloons, the bricks, and everything. And then Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire enhanced it so much, they even added in like a little mini game where you can like run around and steal people's flags. Now, not only did I play a lot of Pokemon Emerald when I was young, and I did a lot of the secret bases when I was younger, but when Omega Ruby came out, I played with the secret bases for... I put so many hours into my base, and it's even cooler with the remakes because you can make your own gym. That has been something fans have been wanting to do for forever. That's just like a dream come true to some of us, and it was really fun and unique making our own gyms. You know, it might have not been as extensive as we would like it to be, but regardless, we still kind of dealt with it and was like, this is still cool as fuck. I know, I made my own base with a few trainers and, you know, traps and stuff. And yeah, and you can steal each other's flags. And I captured like 500 flags or something like that. I was on the road to get that 1,000 flags, but unfortunately, I just never did. The story in Pokemon Emerald was very, very good. Some people don't really like it. Personally, I'm kind of a fan of it because Team Aqua wants to make the world have larger oceans, and Team Magma wants, you know, more land or whatever. But I kind of like more of Emerald's story, how like Kyogre and Groudon are like fighting, and then, you know, Rayquaza swoops in. He's like, yo, you need to fucking chill and quit, you know, bitching at each other. And then they're like, oh shit, damn, you right, alright, and then they just dip, and then Rayquaza dips back. Like, that's such a cool introduction cutscene, not only to the game when you first boot it up and showing you who Rayquaza is, but then, like, it's such a cool cutscene when you get that far in the game. One new addition that they added in were the little battle tents. Every, you know, few towns you'll have a battle tent. They were pretty interesting. I never played in them too much, but, you know, they were definitely a fun and cool new innovative thing to introduce to the characters. You know, you have your renting Pokemon and then you fight with them and do whatever you gotta do with them, but it was just a nice little addition. So with Generation 3, they introduced 135 new Pokemon. That's a fuck ton of Pokemon. Like, Generation 6 announced, like, what was it, like 60, 70 new people, if that? Like, damn. But yeah, they released 135 new Pokemon, and fucking all of the designs look very well. I can kind of make an exception saying that Luvdisc is, like, obviously the worst fucking designed Pokemon in Gen 3, but for the most part, excluding Luvdisc, Generation 3 has like a fucking solid, like, they have solid designs for all of their Pokemon. I think literally 90% of, like, actually not even 90%, like fucking 95% of all of the Pokemon in Generation 5 or Generation 3 have really, really good designs. And I think we can all kind of come to the conclusion of that. Also introduced 103 new moves. Like, gosh damn, that's a lot of fucking moves. And then also to note with those moves, a couple of those moves were new HMs. Now, some people really didn't want more HMs, and I can kind of understand. Generation 3 has the most HMs, which kind of sucks. I will count that. It really sucks that Generation 3 has like fucking 12 HMs or some shit like that. I don't remember off the top of my head, but they have a fuck ton of HMs, and it's like not, I don't know, it's annoying having those HM slaves. But personally, the new HMs that they introduced, for example, I believe Waterfall and Dive and shit like that, when you actually use them in the in-game world, it was cool as fuck. Because, alright, especially Dive, alright? Diving underwater and, you know, swimming around the bottom of the seafloor cavern, fighting Pokemon trainers, catching new Pokemon, everything like that. That was cool as fuck. And, like, I'm not a huge water guy at all, but the very first Pokemon game where you can fucking go underwater and shit, that was bomb as fuck. And they have yet to do that again in another Pokemon game. It's only been Generation 3 games. And it's such a cool concept and idea. And the underground, even on the older games, look fucking beautiful. And in the remakes, it looks fucking beautiful as well. Like, I thought that was it was so cool of an idea for the Pokemon creators to do that and put that and implement it into the game correctly. It worked very, very well. Not to mention, but the music in Generation 3 was just phenomenal across the board. There's very, very few tracks in Generation 3 that I actually disliked. For the majority of the part, I love all of the music. Like Little Root Town, or Little Root is a fucking classic. I love that song. Now, I think this is everybody's favorite thing about Generation 3. The Battle Frontier. So many people put so many hours into that, including myself. And it's been something the fans have been asking for generation after generation after generation. And we have barely received it. You know, Generation 3, it was perfect. Like, it couldn't have been any better. And then Generation 4 kind of tried doing something. I heard it got brought back in Generation 5. I haven't played it, so please. I heard it wasn't as good in Generation 5. And then we got the Battle House in Generation 6. And me and everybody else were especially disappointed in the remakes when there was no Battle Frontier. That was very disappointing. Like, feels bad, man. No, but seriously, like, they didn't add it. They just added in a little, like, tribute. They're like, you know, blah, 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 this could have been the Battle Frontier. And we're like, okay. And then people were like, well, you know, maybe Nintendo wants to add DLC to the game. Well, it's like 3 years later and they haven't. So, I don't think we're going to see a return for the Battle Frontier in a while. And I know in Sun and Moon there's also the Battle Tree, but again, it's not the same. There's the Battle House and Omega Ruby, Sapphire, whatever, blah, and X and Y. It's just not the same. We need the legitimate Battle Frontier back so we can get the little, like, badges and coins and whatever the fuck it was that you collected. I don't remember. It's been so long, but we seriously, Nintendo, we need a fucking Battle Frontier back in the Pokemon games. That is what keeps your players hooked. Because once they finish the story, they're like, alright, well, you know, we'll finish the story, finish post-game content. Probably never gonna play the game again. I mean, that's what I did with Pokemon X, or Pokemon Y. You know, I finished the story, finished the, you know, Aftermath, and I'm just like, alright, I'm done, you know. But with Pokemon Emerald, it's like, okay, you can finish the game, finish post-game content, and then you have the Battle Frontier, and that shit is gonna fucking take you forever to finish, because that shit was really fucking hard. And it just keeps people playing your game for a lot longer. So again, that's just my reasons and why I think Generation 3 is the best Pokemon generation. You know, if you have different ideas or different opinions or anything, please let me know down below in the comments. I would really like to see what you guys have to say, and if I left any cool features out, again, please let me know down below in the comments, and I'll make sure to add in a little annotation saying, like, you know, blah blah blah, said I forgot this, and yeah, just keep me updated. So with that, again, that is my favorite reasons why I think Generation 3 is the best Pokemon generations. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day. To kind of keep in mind of how big Pokemon Generation 3 is, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire were the most sold Game Boy Advance game ever. They sold 16.22 million copies. With following Ruby and Sapphire was Fire Red and Leaf Green with 11.82 million copies. So that's that's like 5 million more copies than Fire Red and Leaf Green. And then slowly trotting behind that is Pokemon Emerald, which personally, most people loved Emerald more than Ruby and Sapphire. But regardless, Ruby and Sapphire had 16.22 million copies sold. That is more than Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance, all the Mario games, and some of the other like big Nintendo games like Yoshi's Island, Kirby, sold more than The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Well, actually that game is kind of gross, but like the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, it sold more than The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. Like, Jesus, they sold so many damn copies of this game. Like, that kind of, you know, that might say something when a Pokemon game is actually the #1 most sold game on a Nintendo system.